Awakening, you say? Well, let's see how much you awaken. What's up, guys? Welcome. So here we are to do a breakdown / live reaction to chapter 4 of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, which is known as The Awakening. And honestly, as a massive Fire Emblem fan, I'm very excited to see Chrom TM, Lisa TM, Frederick TM, and Robin TM appear in this wonderful crossover chapter between popular manga sequel series Boruto 2 Blue Vortex and Fire Emblem, the Nintendo series. The joke isn't funny. I need to keep moving on. Heading me. Ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Now, I will admit, Kawaki looks a little sloppy. Like, I know I'm the furthest thing from a fashionista. Like, legitimately, you see this black shirt? I have like 50 of these. I'm legit just symbiote Spider-Man, but make me Miles, I guess. That's all. I literally just wear constantly like black, gray. Like, I'm not, the only thing that's bright is like some of the shirts I have, like this. This is the only thing that I have that's remotely bright. That's all I got. But speaking of what I got, I have it on me. I keep it on me at all times. And Kawaki, you need to get like a consultant, buddy. Like, stop wearing Naruto's clothes, dog. I know those things are oversized. Because what is this? I don't know. Once again, not a fashion guy. I know nothing about fashion. Least fashionable person you'll ever meet. Trust me. You could go up to a random person on the street and they will be 10 times as fashionable as I am. Heaven forbid I actually muster up the nerve to go to any convention. You guys will see me either wearing my like canon avatar fit or literally just jeans and a t-shirt. Like, legitimately, there is no drip in Pencilland. But dog, what is this? Like, I can somewhat see the drip, right? Like, if I open my mind's eye, I can somewhat see the sauce, right? Like, the oversized coat, you know, the pop collar, you know, he kind of got that oversized turtleneck going on, draping over the pants a little bit. He's got the baggy sweatpants on, you know, as a baggy sweatpants wearer myself, I can respect the hustle. He had the dogs out, but you know, it's Naruto, so naturally everyone's gonna have the dogs out. And, I mean, he also looks like he needs a haircut. I don't know. It's weird, though, because, like, the black looks overgrown, but at the same time, the yellow looks undergrown. Then again, he's always kind of looked like that. Let's confirm that he's, like, a Naruto Sasuke clone thing. I forget what his whole I need to reread part 1. It's been so long. Like, the manga... That's one of the big things with monthly manga that I don't already know the plot of, or monthly manga that go on for a long time. Like, Dragon Ball, I know the entire plot of, because it's literally just the anime. But... for Boruto, darn, monthly manga, especially when I zone out every once in a while, like, I was reading Boruto very on and off. I'm trying to be consistent with 2 Blue Vortex, but I forget what his actual, like, backstory. Did he have a family, or was he created? I think he has a family, because he ages, right? Like, he's not like Code and Damon and the Goat Damon and Ada. So, I don't know. Kawaki, and, like, it's a weird, like, off yellow to go with too. Like, the belt is pretty much pointless. I can tell you're sagging on there, Kawaki. You can't fool me. And it's a weird kind of mustard, like, it's not even mustard brown. It's like, I guess it is kind of like a deep mustard brown. Like, you ever seen that expired mustard? That's the kind of yellow they went with. The blue, the white, the black, the yellow. I mean, I get the black complements his hair up top, but I think if anything, they should have gone for a brighter yellow to complement his hair. And the blue works just fine, though. The blue works fine. And obviously it fits into 2 Blue Vortex. And I think Boruto's wearing something blue. Actually, no, I don't think he is. So him taking over the blue of the 2 Blue Vortex makes sense. I like this color background, though. It's like Ikimoto, I don't know. Once again, like I've admitted on numerous occasions before, I've never been the biggest fan of Ikimoto's art style. Not that I could do better. Not that I think it's even a bad art style. It's just typically not something that I vibe with all too much. I've read worse. Oh, I've read worse. Trust me. I've read worse. But Ikimoto's art style definitely been an on and off thing for me. But enough talking about the drip or lack thereof. Let's actually hop into the chapter itself. Okay. That's right. I should have reread chapter 3. Or immediately hopped into this one. That's right. Code went back to the Ten Tails after Boruto sent him there with Uzuhiko. Let's see. Code, he glaring down. But these ones are different. Thanks to you enhancing them. You need to scrap them while you still hold their reins. Or else we'll end up in the worst possible future for everyone. Okay, I thought that was actually Boruto speaking to him, but no, Boruto's already gotten in Code's head. So I forget, someone was explaining it to me on the previous chapter. That's another thing with these things being a month apart. Unlike with the week-by-week chapter reviews where I can, like, read the comments, even if I haven't been able to respond to all of them yet. I'm sorry, I'm gonna catch up. I'm gonna, like, dedicate 1 week and just blitz through all the comments. I have, like, 5 months of back due comments. That's going to take like 5 years, but it's fine. I will catch up, I swear. I do read all the comments. Trust me, I literally wake up every day and look at them. So, with that being the case, someone was explaining to me what Code's narrative function is and why the fact that he kind of sucks as a villain is on purpose. Like, I think someone called it the inverse hero's journey, right? Like, well, the villain's journey, essentially, where the villain sort of starts on the bottom in a similar vein to Imperfect Cell becoming Perfect Cell. Imperfect Cell in Dragon Ball started off super duper weak relative to a lot of our main cast. Like, sure, he went up against Fuse Piccolo at first, but still he was weaker than him. When Trunks and Krillin showed up, he was like, okay, let me not even bother to try this. He absorbed 17. He beat Piccolo after he went slurping a bunch of people up, but then Vegeta came in and humbled him, and then he got humbled by Gohan, but admittedly that was peak Perfect Cell and stuff like that. So I've seen the inverse hero's journey or the villain's journey before, but I don't know. I think the reason it doesn't hit as well for me is because Code was hyped up for so long. Like, especially before his limiters came off. The statement that he was going to be a threat to Jigen's power if his powers weren't limited was like, whoa! This guy's gonna be Himothy. This is crazy. But seeing him essentially reach, for all intents and purposes, the peak of his power, and to just be kind of below everyone, like, I understand being beneath Big Papa Damon, because that's Big Papa Damon. You know, you ain't gonna knock Damon. Big Papa Damon, he is like that for real. So, everybody's weaker than Damon. Ishiki's weaker than Damon. Next thing we know, Shibai will be weaker than Damon, because Damon's just that guy. I know that's literally impossible. Please don't attack me. But Big Papa Damon, I understand that. Baramo Naruto, I understand that. Ishiki himself, like the fully incarnate Tsutsuki, yeah, I understand that. Code's literally a ripoff of his powers. But like, he's got to be weaker than, like, to the point where Boruto can curb stomp him without going into karma. Post-time skip. And I get it. Post-time skip characters are supposed to have a massive buff. That's kind of the whole point of a time skip. You essentially get to justify pretty much anything post-time skip. But especially considering Code wasn't even a threat pre-time skip once his limiters came off, and we're just reasserting this. Like, he didn't do any training. He didn't get any more amps after that. It's kind of just a whack for Code. And top that off with the fact that he's kind of been even stupefied a bit. And not in the good music way. In the, oh yeah, you don't even really know what you're doing, do you? You big dumb bubblegum idiot. And now this guy who just stomped on your face and likely stole your eye earlier. Yeah, he's now got you thinking second thoughts about your big old bad plan. That's crazy, dog. That's crazy. Once again, me personally, especially since Boruto seems to be aging relatively normally, if I was Code, I'd just disappear. I'd just vanish. You would not hear from me. I would literally drop off the face of the planet. I'd still be there. Like, I'd still be on the planet. You're just not going to find me. I'm not going to bring myself to you. You're going to age like a human. I am pseudo-immortal. I'll take my little 10 tails. I will wait until you are literally maybe on the verge of perishing. I'll keep like one out watching you until you're on the verge of perishing. So I can still use your Otsutsuki body for what I need to use it for. And then boom, that's when I'll get you. Because shoot, you've been waiting a couple decades as it is. Why not wait a little bit longer? But Code, you know, he ain't like me for real. He's braver than I am. Let's see. Even Code's looking like, did I really play myself? How could they be such a threat when their only ability is to devour? That's the exact reason they're a threat. Bucko. Like, especially considering what these things are meant to consume. Like, I would get it. Like, notably, and again, a dog is a threat to me. Like, heck, a little chihuahua could probably do some serious damage to me if it was angry enough. But, like, I would get if it was, like, a mouse. A gerbil. Like, those things eat leaves and lettuce. Like, sure, that's only purpose is to devour and reproduce. I'm not going to be scared of a little gerbil. Like, I can sneeze at a gerbil and it could roll over. But, dude, you split up the 10 tails, which whole purpose to grow into a country is to eat Otsutsukis. Like, the alien deity things. I'd be concerned about that, like at least me, because once again, admittedly, I'm much more skeptical than Code. Once again, you're looking at a guy who would disappear on the face of the planet if I really had to deal with 2 Otsutsuki incarnates. But Bucko, you're telling me you aren't even just a little bit concerned about this thing that is drastically beyond your control? Just a little bit concerned about the thing that, when split into other things, made literally the strongest ninja in history in Naruto and empowered the second strongest ninja in history, Sasuke? You're just a little bit concerned about the 10 tails and strong power. Like, it literally made an Otsutsuki. Like an Otsutsuki became a 10 tails. Like, Kaguya was a thing. So, Bucko, you aren't even just a teeny tiny bit concerned. Just a little bit. I'd just be a little careful with it. Like, I understand restraining it and keeping it where it is. Yeah, that's the most logical thing to do. You don't want to run it about. But at the same time, I wouldn't mess with it too much. It's kind of like I know some people genuinely own lions. Like, they own lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. Like, I know that's a thing in other nations. And there are probably some people in our nation. Like, wasn't Tiger King like a big old thing? Like, there was somebody who owned a whole bunch of tigers. I know there's that one guy in Africa, I think like Dean Schneider or something like that. Like, he owns a whole safes. What's it called? Conservatory? I think it's a conservatory. Basically with a whole bunch of animals. He has lions, hyenas, not tigers, I don't think. Maybe, though. I know he has some other exotic cats and stuff like that, but they live on like a wildlife reserve. But I get that. I understand it. I even respect the hustle, broski. But even with that being the case, imagine instead of treating those things with the utmost care and concern, even if you're hypothetically more powerful than them, which you're not. Like, for the guys owning lions, tigers, and bears, oh my, like, you're not more powerful than them. But let's say, whatever, you, like, indoctrinated them through raising them. Dog, would you poke that bear? Like there's a reason that's a phrase. Like, you don't just go in, you don't start messing with it, because what if it retaliates? So Code poking around the Ten Tails, I get he sees it as a lesser being. Most likely, Code sees the Ten Tails like I see, I don't know, gerbils, once again. Like, it's neat, it's nice, it's good to have. It may serve a purpose in the long run. It may make more gerbils, which it could sell later, but, like, that's about it. So I get he sees it in that way, but even still, don't mess with the gerbil. The gerbil may just immediately perish, so you gotta be careful. Hurry, Boruto. There's no time to spare.
Hurry, Boruto. There's no time to spare.
Could you be quiet for a second? I'm not as deft as this. What? I'm not as deft at this as Grandpa. So Kashin Koji's still alive. I don't think it was ever confirmed that he got cooked. But interesting. Now they have a direct, at least I assume, right? Because who else could he be referring to when it comes to Grandpa? Unless maybe the Toads of Mount Miyaboku trained him in reference to Jiraiya, who's Naruto's godfather, and by proxy due to Naruto not really knowing his own parentage. And even then, they could just be directly referring to Minato here, because Minato also had a good relationship with the frogs of Mount Miyaboku. So maybe that's a twofold thing. But, like, my brain, when thinking Boruto, frogs, Mount Miyaboku, I immediately think of Kashin Koji, who's a clone of Jiraiya. So maybe that's a hint that Kashin Koji had linked up with Boruto and Sasuke over the time skip. Maybe it's just a reference to Minato as the literal grandfather, or Jiraiya as the pseudo-grandfather, and their affinity with Mount Miyaboku's summoned sage toads. So, interesting. If I had to pick who I'd want it to be in reference to, it would be Kashin Koji, because, like, he's a hypothetical active character in the manga. I don't see Minato coming back, and even if he did, he'd still be missing an arm. And Jiraiya himself has been kind of cooked for a long time, so I'd prefer it just to be Kashin Koji. As much as I prefer those other two characters, because I love those other two characters, Kashin Koji, he could use some more fleshing out. I'd like him being a sort of pseudo mentor alongside Sasuke for Boruto. Let's see. Kawaki. You're just gonna stand there and watch? Like, this is your top op. Now, notably, I've never had a top op. You boys lucky enough to never have to worry about that. But broski, hypothetically, speaking purely hypotheticals here. I never have my glasses. I should, like, take one set of glasses out. I never have any of them with me, because I always want to do like that.
Well, speaking hypothetically.
But I never have my glasses. I'm gonna get those before I do in my next live reaction. I'm gonna get my glasses back. I never wear them, but just for the bit.
Instead of if hypothetically, we're speaking pure hypotheticals. If my top op had returned after I literally stole their life, maybe, just maybe,
I would be attacking them on sight. Like, I wouldn't be sitting there wondering who the heck is he. So I would beat that information out of him, or just make it irrelevant and just beat him up. Like, I don't know. That's just me, though. But then again, it's just like, I'm much more get it done, especially considering the risk Boruto poses, right? Like, not even just the risk of, oh, Boruto's gonna attack the village, because clearly he's not going to. Like, I think even Kawaki knows that he's not gonna suddenly turn around and just and, like, start ripping it out on the village. He's not gonna suddenly turn to Momoshiki and start blasting Rasendans everywhere, or even Uzahiko's. But just the fact that, he's here, and sure, Ada's mind wiping thing seems pretty rock solid, But I also haven't seen this man in 2 years, and he's just as dangerous as he was then, if not more. So, Kawaki, pick up the pace a little bit, bucko, but let's see. Who is he talking to? Gotcha. Flying Raijin. So he's referring to Minato then. He's referring to me. Oh, I should have known that. But then again, this doesn't look like a flying Raijin seal. Huh. Who taught him that? Was that Kashin Koji? Because no one should know that jutsu. Or at least no one specific. Like, I know the Hokage guards knew it. Did Boruto use this? I don't think he used this in the manga before. Okay, so he's not even referring to... So here I thought he was referring to the sages of Mount Miyaboku. And, like, talking about just the relationship with the frogs in general and him listening in. No, he's referring to the Flying Raijin. So obviously that kicks Jiraiya and Kashin Koji out. I don't remember either of them ever using Flying Raijin. But this is interesting. This doesn't look like the seal for the Flying Raijin. At least, unless it's, like, super tiny on here and I can't see it. But that's cool. He has Flying Raijin. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing for him to have. It adds extra assets eventually. Because... if he gets teleportation, plus Uzuhiko, plus basic Rasengans, plus Rasengan, plus vanishing Rasengan, like, building up his kit like this is really, really good. I'm thinking mainly as, like, a cross-verse sense kind of thing. But even inverse, like, that's a pretty solid kit. Remember, Minato was indisputably a Naruto top tier. Only thing keeping him out of God tiers with, like, characters like, well, I guess, like, you could argue Minato's, like, a bottom top tier. Like, you can definitely put him up there. He's obviously weaker than characters like Hashirama and Madara and their human variations, and obviously he's beneath any of the Six Paths characters. They're like the god tiers. But I'd say Minato's a pretty solid high tier, and one of the main reasons he had that was just the basic old Rasengan and Flying Raijin Jutsu combo. So him having Boruto having access to that, very, very nice. I wonder who taught him though. That's a very interesting thing, because that's a hidden jutsu. So interesting, because I don't think Naruto ever used it. Doubt Sasuke knew it. I mean, Sasuke witnessed it. He saw it, I think, in the 4th grade ninja war when Minato used it. But, like, that's oddly specific. Did he witness, like, the marks and stuff like that? That's interesting, though. I like that. I like that little detail that he has Flying Raijin. Neat. I like what you're doing there, Ikimoto and Kishimoto. That's a good way to incorporate a popular jutsu back into the narrative for a character who also has a teleportation jutsu. Nice. And obviously, the whole fandom's been making comparisons to Code's Claw Mark ability and the Flying Raijin. So actually putting the Flying Raijin back into the plot. Well, it worked, but let's see. Boruto, how'd you... Code, I get you. Well, actually, now that I think about it, I can't even get mad. I was about to be like, Code, how'd you not notice a whole little frog on you? But then again, one, I have never noticed a mosquito landing on me. I just accidentally bump against the bite later and start itching. So, like, it's happened to me. It's happened to me. Admittedly, a frog's a little bit different, especially a talking frog. Hey, it'd be like that. It'd be like that sometimes. And two, he is still feeling the effects of the entire planet's, or I think in the original kanji, it's like a star. He's feeling the whole effects of a star's gravitational rotation being inputted on him. So I would also be a little bit out of sorts and probably not notice like a frog that's this big talking on me. So I can't even knock Code's hustle. So this isn't, let me calm down on the Code slander, because that's a pretty valid reason to not notice that. Let's see. Boruto, how'd you... He just walking right on through. He's like, come on, Code. You and me, we ain't in the same tier, bucko. If we were to make a tier list, you'd probably be a tier or 2 down. I ain't have to activate karma. This is just your karma, dog. I ain't even need it. Dog, it's crazy. Hey, where's Ten Tails? Dog, what? Oh, Code probably... Because he has it covered, like, let me see, he has it covered in the marks, right? Yeah, he has the 10 tails covered in the marks. So probably the moment Boruto showed up, he was like, whoop, it just got him up out of there. How can this... Oh, sorry. I was about to get the frog, the deepest voice imaginable.
How can this be? I swear, it was just down there.
Interesting. Boruto, a little bit confuzzled.
It's highly unlikely Code moved the...
Oh, well, there goes that theory.
It's highly unlikely Code moved the beast. He made no suspicious movements, nor does he currently have the capacity to...
Yo, that's crazy. Code. Bro, I get Kawaki's supposed to be the main antagonist, but Code, how are you supposed to be a major antagonist? And you're gonna get roasted by a frog that's about the size of your big toe. Okay, a little bit bigger than big toe. About the size of half your big toe. Okay, that's even smaller. Half your foot, broski.
nor does he currently have the capacity to do so.
That's great. Like, imagine getting roasted by, like, I don't know. I can't think of any comparison. Like, we don't have talking animals in our world. But imagine getting roasted by your phone. Like anyone who has, like, in the modern day, a lot of smartphones have phone assistants. Imagine your phone assistant just rebelled against you randomly one day. Or no, your friend's phone assistant randomly just cooked you alive. Threw you in the malevolent kitchen, if you will. Just straight up out of nowhere, unprovoked, no nothing. Like, you didn't do anything to it. It just, boom, cooks you live on air in front of everybody. I'd hurt. I feel a little bit of pain. Just a teeny tiny bit of agony. But let's see.
He made no suspicious movements, nor does he currently have the capacity to do so.
What's this toad? What do you think, Code? What do you think? Boruto? What you see, bro? Oh, wait, who's that? I see this too. Uh-oh. Boruto? Who is that? Who's that? Why is his mouth so long? Oh, that's a beard. You know, I know I'm illiterate, but usually I can recognize bodily features. But okay, bro's got twin Rinnegan. That's scary. Bro's already above Nagato. He's got the cold stripe. He's got that. He doesn't look familiar though. Darn it! It's too late. Bug? Oh! Okay. I was about to say, that's Bug? That didn't look like Bug. At least from my understanding of it. That's interesting, though. Boruto recognizes this phenomena. He must have gotten... Like, I don't know what he and Momoshiki did, because I don't believe Momoshiki, at least so far in these first 4 chapters, and... Well, 3 chapters and 9 pages into this 4th one, Momoshiki hasn't made a peep. We haven't even gotten a panel nor a mention of him. Like, I don't even think it's been mentioned that Boruto is Momoshiki's vessel. Like, this hasn't even been mentioned yet. So, I'm assuming he got this information from Momo. Or maybe Sasuke was doing investigation in the other realms before he lost his Rinnegan. So, maybe Sasuke just knew. Maybe Sasuke just had the DLC and like, figured that out and told Boruto about all this. Well, that's interesting. He knows what this is, and... I guess it got Bug. Though we know the 10 Tails, we saw this last chapter, the chapter before last, when they, like, on some AOT type beat, when they, you immediately turn into a tree. So I guess this carries on even to these pseudo copies, but then again, this seems like an evolution. Like, everyone gets treed when they get bit by a basic clone. But unless this is a basic clone that's evolved even further to look more and more human, I don't know what that is. By Bug, are you referring to that guy who's become the tree behind us? Jeez, behind you? What happened? Because that ain't Bug. That creature in front of us is a divine tree. Wait. Hold on. Take it back. Wait, what? Hold on, let me see. Let me reread this slowly. You know, your boy's a bit illiterate. Darn, it's too late. Bug? So I can't tell where Code's sightline is. I assume he's looking, based on his positioning here, and the fact that he doesn't make, like, I don't see any SFX sound effects for him turning. I assume he's looking at this guy and saying that's Bug. But then again, Bug's here? So is this like a clone of Bug? Bug's beard wasn't that long. I don't think, and his facial structure doesn't even match. The Rinnegan, the dual Rinnegan on Bug is crazy. Bug sells all of Naruto's shipping it. Let's see. By Bug, are you referring to that guy who's become the tree behind? Okay, so he notices Bug in the tree, which is this Bug. But, because that ain't Bug. That creature in front of us is a divine tree. So that's worded a bit weirdly. Okay. I get it. I get what Boruto's saying here. The person behind them is Bug. That's what he's saying. Because he said that's the person who became a tree behind us. But the person they're seeing that kind of looks like Bug, the one with the long beard and the dual Rinnegan, that actually isn't Bug. That's a divine tree. Though interesting, like the divine tree low-key look a little bit drippy. Like the puffy coat and like the bib. I take that back immediately. The bib. But what? What are you talking? I'm shocked Code doesn't know about this. I guess he wasn't given no info. He's like a baby, I guess, in Otsutsuki terms. So maybe he just knows nothing. And plus he has a blank karma, so he probably doesn't have any info. Uh-oh. Bug tree the bug tree, new grass bug Pokemon. Smells an Otsutsuki. He's like, ah. Oh, he actually hit Boruto? Oh, okay. I was about to say. Okay. So Boruto did block it. Now, that's interesting, though. Boruto didn't dodge. He was forced to put the guard up. That's more than Code did to him in their entire battle. You know what you gotta do, Boruto? Slap that Uzuiko on his dome piece. Let's see. Wait, hold on. This is a possessed bug. Let me see if I can hit a possessed voice real quick.
Have you come to offer yourself to be devoured? Otsutsuki Boruto.
I have no idea how that sounds. That sounds like a mix of Stitch, extreme amounts of breath, and something else. But okay. So the divine tree can speak. It instantly recognized Boruto as an Otsutsuki. And once again, it's under the effects of Ada's. I was about to say, my brain was screaming, say Damon, say Big Papa Damon, because I hope he shows up in the show. More Damon is always good Damon. I still don't know what happened. I think maybe I was like sleeper cell activated or something like that, because I have no idea what flipped the Damon switch. Because if I was talking about Boruto when Damon first dropped, I would have mentioned how much I dislike the character, but now I just love Damon. So more Damon, please. But maybe he's under Ada's effects, or maybe it's just because like Boruto is literally an Otsutsuki now, and right now he has no real last name because of Ada's switch, and thusly that's why it specifically recognizes him as Otsutsuki Boruto. And it's cool how Momoshiki isn't even acknowledged there anymore, because Boruto is really the Otsutsuki now. Momoshiki's kind of just there. A spirit, kind of. Interesting. Uh-oh, he's weaving hand sign. Ooh, what was that? Why is he so fat? Why does he look like a frog? Yeah, look at his feet. Ooh, something about something about them dogs. Let me get away from that page. That looks nasty. Oh, it's everywhere. He's got Frieza feet. And that beard, because of how like little motion it has, it looks way too much like a beak. Maybe that's on purpose though. Maybe it's supposed to look like beak-esque. Really because of the mask, and because of the size of the image, both of these images, it just looks very connected. Like, you know how birds have the I don't know what that, I think it's like cartilage, I forget, that mark before the beak begins and then the rest of the beak. I know I can literally see the individual hair follicles, but for some reason that looks like the start of the bird beak, and then the beard looks like the rest of the bird beak, and it doesn't help that the rest of the code stripe also looks bird beak-esque. It's a giga bird beak. But let's see. Okay, it does basically no damage though. Bug tree is going in for a big old nom. Didn't do nothing though. I'm assuming Boruto used Flying Raijin though. Bro whiffed. Boruto's he's on guard. Tricky little jutsu. Interesting. So I wonder how much of that is the divine tree just like sapping Bug's brain for information on things like jutsu and Boruto's name and stuff like that, and how much is it just the divine tree being a part of this universe, understanding the fundamental forms that chakra has taken on in this nature. And obviously it recognizes the word jutsu, but like how much of this possession is possession and information drain versus how much is that Bug's personality sort of being altered. Like, what's a good example of this? I can't think of one. I literally cannot think of one. I literally can't think of one. Well, that's a spoiler for Magi, and like Magi's never gonna get animated though. Should I just start spoiling Magi? No, I want, because I didn't get spoiled on. I got spoiled on the light thing of Magi on a power scaling sense, but like read Magi. It is complete. Unlike Orient, the other series that I believe Otaka Shinobu Sensei, I believe. Unlike the other series Otaka Sensei is currently working on, which updates every blue moon, and thusly I'm now just fishing for more Orient because I love Otaka Sensei's art and storytelling and character work. Magi's complete. So is the Sinbad no Boken. Go read them. They're good. Peak fiction. Probably. I know, like, in all my videos, if someone watches all my videos, they like keep getting piecemeal of like my top 5 anime manga, top 5, 10, top 5, top 10 pieces of fiction in general. Obviously, you know, Kingdom Hearts stuff is up there. But another, like, probably top 3 favorite pieces of fiction It's gonna be Magi. So if you share any sort of similar interest or opinion as I do, go read Magi if you haven't already. But with that being the case, interesting. I wonder how much is possession, how much is not. Let's see. Ugh, what's up with this thing? Okay, tell me now. Code, you are in no place to make bargains, broski. You are literally a victim right now. Though obviously I think Boruto will release you because you'd probably be more of an asset if you could actually do things. Let's see. Huh? I've rescinded the Osuhiko. Get up and prepare for enemy. Yep. It's just the most logical thing to do in this scenario. Even if Code isn't too much of an asset, it's better to have him actually active and just, if anything, being a distraction versus just sitting there uselessly. There's no time to explain right now. Help me if you don't want to perish. Interesting though. Interesting how the Divine Tree just doesn't care about Code. It's like, yeah, whatever. And like notably, you know Code's the easier munch right now. Like clearly Code's the easier munch, but because he's not that good old Tsutsuki meat. It sounds so wrong. But it's true, he doesn't have that good old Tsutsuki flesh proper in him. The Divine Tree doesn't really care. It's like, yeah, whatever. You're here too, I guess. But you're pretty much irrelevant. That's wild. Let's see. Huh? Buggy's got that ominous energy about him. What happened to Ten Tails? You say it's related to Bug getting devoured and becoming a Divine Tree? Not just Bug. This involves others too. Everyone who's been turned into a tree. Interesting. So the tree... So at least from my understanding of it, the tree... like these are probably like seed trees or like tree seeds. Because if this is Bug, right? But this is also Bug. Like the initial Bug who got bit got turned into a Divine Tree. But then this popped out. I'm assuming the initial tree that is rooted takes the basic biogenetic information of whoever got bit by the base Frieza clone. That is the piece of the Ten Tails. And then that piece of the Ten Tails reproduces that information in a vessel that is actively mobile and likely amps it with obviously the Rinnegan and stuff like that, but also amps it in the sense of it's now in complete control of that vessel and may have better property. Because I don't think Bug... I think we all know that Bug would not be able to do anything to even a base Boruto if No Limits Code can. Like this 1 feat alone of actually being able to tag Boruto kind of puts the Bug clone at least above a majority of the verse. But let's see. What happened to Ten Tails? Wait, no. Bug's chakra. All life on the planet, both current as well as past and long gone. We Divine Trees exist to suck. Oh wait, this is Bug-ode. Chakra. All life on a planet, both current as well as past and long gone. We Divine Trees exist to suck the chakra out of all living things and form a chakra fruit. At least, that was our original driving instinct. Interesting. Interesting how it refers itself as a Divine Tree. A grown one. Notably, the Ten Tails is the seed for the Divine Tree. That's what it's described as earlier in part 1. But interesting. These things are born not of just your good old generic Divine Trees. Or they aren't just Divine Trees, essentially. No, they aren't just Ten Tails, sorry. They're not just a seed of a Divine Tree. They consider themselves Divine Trees themselves. Interesting. Once again, is this Bode? Is this Bug Code? Or is this someone else? I can't tell. I think it's someone else. Yeah, this is a different person. Who is this? And this is original. Who is this? But Code, we appear to have evolved a bit, thanks to your awakening self-awareness. Once again, kind of poking a bear. It goes back to the whole poking a bear analogy. Why'd you do that, Bucko? I get you needed an army, but why would you do that? Once again, awakening anything. Like, heavens forbid we were to make lions sentient. Heavens forbid we were to make bears sentient. Like, the only reason we can even remotely deal with them now, the only reason we're one of the most dominant species on the planet, is because, like, as smart as elephants are, as smart as parrots are, they aren't, like, sentient. And also, they don't have opposable thumbs, so they couldn't wield certain things. But, like, dog, this is an elephant. This isn't a lion, a tiger, a bear, oh my. This is a 10 tails, and you awaken sentience in it? I get he didn't mean to do it, but Code, come on now, man. Poor. Well, I guess I gotta give him different voices, because that was Bug's voice. Let me see, and this appears to be a woman? Let's see. Poor Code. It seems your inescapable fate to be a clown who ends up used by somebody else. It's almost laughable. Oh darn! Okay, so yeah, it's purposeful. The comments are from the previous chapter. They knew what they were going for. I should have reviewed a whole bunch of old Boruto stuff before I ended up reviewing this chapter. But yeah, they're right. It's purposeful. Like this isn't something that's accidentally happening. This is something that Igimoto and Kishimoto completely understand about Code. It's just a part of his character. So Code, you're gonna be struggling for a couple of years, my good boy, because we only get 12 chapters of you a year, and I don't see you developing that much that quickly. So, Code, your come up journey, hopefully it's fantastic. Let's see. But who are these people? Like, this kind of looks like the guy that got bit last chapter, but who are you? This is a bad situation. Oh. Hold on.
This is a bad situation. Time to retreat, Boruto, to regain our footing.
Really? So these things have to be insanely powerful then. Because Boruto hasn't activated Karma. Boruto hasn't used Uzuhiko. He hasn't done anything really. He hasn't even activated a jutsu outside of Flying Raijin to escape. But just seemingly enough, 3 of these things alone are enough for the Toad at least, which probably understands a decent chunk of Boruto's capabilities, to be like, hey, not the time, Bucko, not the time. So that's a good way to establish the power of these things. Once again, as much as I feel bad for Code being the giga jobber that he is, this once again just hypes up this new group. If Boruto, post time skip, can't even take on 3 of these things, that was low key, like he doesn't just low diff the bug tree here. He has to dodge and avoid, he has to get out of there. Yo, if these things, they may be kind of decent, you know? Maybe we got a new crew of people. And this is from random fodder. What if they get someone good? Like, I hate to say it. But like, yo, what if they get someone actually strong? Kawaki. Is Damon gonna be threatened? No way Damon's gonna be threatened. Damon's too Timothy. Heaven forbid any of these things try to pull up on Damon and they immediately off themselves. Never mess with Big Papa Damon. But let's see. Who is this supposed to be? Boruto? Boruto looks concerned with that one eye of his. And you just ain't gonna tell me. I bet. Let's see. He suddenly vanished somewhere. Does this mean he's mastered the space-time ninjutsu? Well, mastered is a rough word. I mean, he's able to use it. Like, I mean, Kawaki could hear him talking. He very specifically said this is hard for you to do. So I wouldn't say he mastered it. He ain't as good as his gramps just yet. But let's see. I have no clue how he did it. But Boruto vanished after Code fled, as if he were chasing him. You don't say! So you're saying Code was the reason Boruto came to Konoha today? Well, yeah. Wow, Shikamaru, smartest man in the series. Biggest brain in the series. What if Boruto, who only appeared after Code appeared, and then left after Code left, Konoha, is the reason that Boruto came to Konoha? Shikamaru. You let that Hokage position go to your head, big bro. Just because you're the A don't mean you got a big brain. You can't small brain things now. Shikamaru, these little lacking leaps of logic, it'd be the little steps. Trust me, as a person who always struggled with the little steps, Shikamaru, think a little harder, broski. There's also a chance that Boruto and Code are linked. Before he disappeared, Boruto seemed to be talking to someone. It better be someone. It better not be someone in the Sensory unit. It's a frog. But Kawaki. Okay, to be fair, he wasn't there to see Boruto and Code fight. But he should have sensed it. Like, clearly they're not actually working with each other. Because he only appeared to stop Code, and once Code left, he chased him. Come on now, Kawaki. But then again, I gotta remember, Kawaki's trying to consistently build up this Boruto evil narrative, so Boruto can never actually get his life back. So I guess it does make sense for him to try and interlink Code and Boruto, the 2 most hated people, so people are like, oh wow, Boruto, this meanie stupid head, he took our Hokage and he's colluding with Code. And that rotten fellow, that son of a gun, why when I see that young man, like, dog. I gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. The content of all Sensory Unit mind transmissions are being monitored. How? You know, I'll know my brain. My brain was like, how are they doing that? And I remembered, oh yeah, Yamanaka, the whole Yamanaka clan. Let's see. I know right away if anyone was being a spy and helping Boruto. Shikamaru. You couldn't even figure out 1 + 1 = 2, not 3 panels ago. But let's see. How ridiculous. Oh wait, no, this is Sarda. She should not have that gruff of a voice yet. How ridiculous. It's a lot simpler than that. Code attacked Konoha and Boruto drove him away. That was obvious from their convo. Please ask Ada to confirm it. Shikamaru! Look at this! I mean, admittedly, Sarda's a smart character, don't get me wrong. But look at this! It took 2 seconds. This was not rocket science. Shikamaru, this was not rocket science, bucko. You told me you ain't got that. You ain't get that DLC. Maybe that's the brain thing. I'm assuming Ada's like mental programming goes so deep that even the thought of Boruto doing anything positive is like the omnipotence spell being like, oh no, they're thinking. We can't let them think. Unless he's consistently dumbing Shikamaru down. I'm gonna go with that headcanon because I can't imagine Shikamaru being this stupid, dog. Let's see. You just don't get it, Sarda. Boruto's an Otsutsuki. No matter his motives, he's an enemy that needs to be slain. Just for being Otsutsuki. Hey! Hey! Kawaki. Hey, where do your abilities come from, bucko? Who's what does it say? Starts with a K, ends with an R. Karma do you have, bucko? Is that Naruto's karma or Sasuke's karma? Oh, wait a minute. I think it's Otsutsuki's karma. Hey, bucko. Pal. Amigo, if you will. Tell me, bucko. What are you? Kawaki. Do I need to get rid of you on sight? Just for being an Otsutsuki, dog? Like, come on now. I get hypocrisy, dog. And Kawaki's not that smart, so I understand that. That's real rich coming from you. Another Otsutsuki. Once again, Sarda's dropping pop. Sarda's not playing any games. Shout out to her. Do I really have to say this again? I'm an Otsutsuki slaying Otsutsuki. My powers only exist to slay other Otsutsuki. Once that's done, I'm happy to off myself. Till then, I'll do whatever it takes. Got that? Okay, so he acknowledges the hypocrisy in that. I was about to make that's like me saying people need to be slain just for having it on them and keeping it on them at all times. I mean, just completely ignoring the idea that I have it on me and I keep it on me at all times. Just a teeny tiny bit of hypocrisy there, but let's see. And I'll repeat myself. I won't let you have your way in Konoha as a shinobi who aims to become Hokage. Interesting that she says shinobi, not kunoichi. But I guess that's the same tomato, but interesting. And I'm legit shocked Kawaki hasn't done anything about her. Like, especially since he should know. Once again, it shouldn't be rocket science, and his mind isn't affected by Ada or anything like that. So the fact that he's letting Sumire, I understand. Sumire's like playing a softer game. But this clearly is not the first time. He literally says, do I really have to say this again? So, this isn't the first time Sarda's pressed him on this. Sarda's just a liability. I'm not saying if I was Kawaki, Sarda wouldn't exist anymore. But I'm also not saying that. You know what I mean? But let's see. Both of you, that's enough. Unless you want to anger the current Hokage. Okay, Shikamaru, hop off yourself. Stop doing tricks on yourself. I know you can make shadow clones and all that, but stop doing tricks on yourself. You are the Hokage by technicality. You are the Hokage because none of the other stronger people are actually adults yet. You are the Hokage because for some reason Kishimoto and Ikimoto refused to bring back Kakashi. You are the Hokage for that reason, bucko. That's the reason you're the Hokage. You are probably not even top 3 in the village. Maybe not even top 4. How strong is Sarda? She was low diff in Ten Tails clones. Kawaki was struggling a little bit. Come on now, Shikamaru. If you don't hop off yourself, bucko. We got Damon. We got Ada. Okay, admittedly, Ada's a bit weird, but her hacks are fantastic. We got Delta. We got Kawaki. We likely got Sarda. No, you ain't even top 5. You ain't even top 5 in the village. Me personally, I wouldn't be top 5. I would not be in top 5 if I was the Hokage. That's just me, though. Hashirama, strongest in the village at the time. Tobirama, I think strongest in the village at the time, yeah. Hiruzen, strongest in the village at the time. Then Minato was born. But then Minato, strongest in the village at the time. Then Okay, admittedly not Tsunade. Then again, who was stronger than Tsunade? Specifically in the village at the time. We can't say Sakura. I mean, Naruto had just gotten back. But even then, I wouldn't say Naruto beats Tsunade. At least, like, Sage Mode, post-Sage Mode, you can definitely argue, like, maybe Naruto should have been Hokage then. But then again, he wasn't an adult. But Tsunade was at least always in the top 5 when she was Hokage. Number 6, Kakashi. Okay, admittedly, Naruto and Sakura were very likely stronger than Sharinganless Kakashi. But still, and obviously Naruto was the strongest. Shikamaru. How you gonna be the only Hokage who ain't top 5? In your own village. Me personally, I wouldn't gas myself up over that. Like, if I was Hokage by technicality, I'd wear the coat and, like, write technicality. Okay, I wouldn't write technicality on the back. But, like, dog, I would not be gassing myself like that. Shikamaru, sit down, bro. I know you're already sitting down, but get out your little big chair and sit on the floor. I was about to sit on the floor myself, but I do not want to hurt myself. Let's see. So, what's up with these trees mentioned in the damage report? Involving the claw grimes? I hate that name for them. I wish they just called them Ten Tails clones. Are they trying to create a forest? Yeah, okay. I'm not sure, but at very least, the entrapped victims are still alive. There might be a way to save them. Based on what I heard, my impression is that Boruto knows something. Uh-oh. Kawaki's like, what do you mean Boruto knows something? And that's why he's chasing after I understand Shikamaru is like the audience surrogate, but like I'm getting this. And I ain't the sharpest spoon in the kitchen chat. Shikamaru, I know you're smarter than this, Bucko. I know it. Just rub those two little brain cells together, Bucko. You'll get a spark, I swear. Let's see. Regardless of Boruto's true motives, there's no doubt he and Code have a hostile relationship. So since Code is a threat to Konoha, we should consider collaborating with Boruto to take Code down. They ain't gonna rock with that, though. Especially Kawaki. Kawaki is not gonna rock with that. Kawaki, because any chance of Boruto even remotely alleviating his reputation is gonna allow him to slide back in. And I feel like even with Omnipotence's like consistent mind melding, I still think ultimately, if they look at Boruto a bit too long, they really start thinking, they start to ask too many questions, Omnipotence can only do so much. It can only do so much. So I understand why Kawaki would probably not be too down for that. But let's see. We got Bug Tree, we got Lady Tree, we got Cheekbone Tree, and we got Hooded Tree. You are self-aware divine trees? Interesting. It's so interesting that Code, like, slashing them up like this made the one seed into multiple trees. That's interesting to me. I don't know, something about that feels off. But I guess, like, I know legally, that's like I say legally. I think that's a thing you can do in biology. I think you can, especially since the 10-tail is so big. I guess you can split a seed and it'll grow anyway. It's kind of like how you rip off a piece of a plant. Like if you, I think if you like rip off a tree branch and you plant it and you take care of it very, very well, it can actually like regrow into a full tree or something like that. But interesting. Uh-oh, Boruto, he's looking hard at this. This has got to be someone important. What are you doing?
What are you doing, Boruto? Our surprise attack failed. You need to leave now.
Uh-oh. The Sharingan? The Rinnegan? Who is this fella? That's a weird cloak, though. Admittedly, Bug Tree, I like the puffer. I like the puffy part of the... I don't know. Something about that design. Like, Escanor has it. Bug Tree has it. And there's another character. Who's the other character with that? Merlin from Heavenly Sins as well has it. But something about the Craven, something about the fluff, it's always looked cool to be. But no, I'm not sure about the drip of much of these other guys. But let's see. What you got? Oh, shoot. Okay, they can even use Code's ability without Code commanding him or even noticing. That's wild. Okay, and they're immediately swinging for him. Mink. Oh. Okay. I see you, Code. Being able to dodge just slightly. That's my boy. No, wait a minute. No. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on now. Not too fast now. I may have been critiquing Shikamaru for not rubbing two brain cells. Gotta hold on a second. Wait a minute. Is that a Chidori? Is that a Chidori? And you know, low key, looking at that, and the one eye's covered. Is this Sasuke? Did Sasuke really get bit? No way. No. We ain't doing that to Sasuke. On time skip too? We really doing this? We ain't even giving him the dignity of getting bit on screen? No. But it's too similar. The Chidori, the half-covered eye, even like the hood part kind of looks like Sasuke's hair. Dog, if this is Sasuke, I'm gonna lose it. Uzuhiko to Chidori clash? Wow. Ooh, I like how that looks like Tsukunome. And why is bro just posted up in the air? Is he the leader? Okay. Cheekbone tree? Lady tree? Well, what we got? They neutralized. Uh-oh. Bug tree said, let me slurp real quick. He said, let me bite that real quick. Uh-oh. Boruto getting pressed? Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to say it. As a big Naruto Shippuden fan, Bug Tree, on this 1 feet alone, be able to catch Boruto's swing and stop it dead in its tracks. Solo's all Shippuden. He beats Madara. He beats Hashirama. He beats Sage of Six Paths Naruto. He beats Sage of Six Paths Sasuke. He beats the Sage of Six Paths. He beats everybody. Because this Boruto is so insanely above all those characters. And he's getting stopped. And bro's getting earth melded. Ugh.
Boruto.
Uh-oh. Lady Tree, what you about to do? What you about to get into? Uh-oh, she walking? Code, lend a hand. You're going to be slain too. Code, don't fumble, bro. Code, don't fumble, bro. Code, please don't fumble. Well, I get it. He's probably worried about another Uzuhiko, but dog. Seems like they'll devour you on their own to become a full divine tree without me doing it. Code, you dumb bubblegum idiot. They literally just called you stupid. Like, they aren't even playing along with you. Like, notably, I would understand Code getting pro played here if, like, they were like, our master, our beloved leader, Code, we cannot wait for you to become a divine tree just for you so you may consume our chakra fruit and we become the perfect. Like, obviously, they're not doing all that, Code. They really are not doing all that. They called you an idiot and a fool, serving people beneath you. They're planning to subjugate you, bucko. If they eat Boruto, you're cooked for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. After Boruto literally becomes breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dog, what? It's an unforeseen development, but it works for me. I feel like a load is off my shoulders. Code! Okay, Boruto. Next time. I hate to do it. I hate to do it to Code 50 years before he's fully developed, but get him up out of here. You let him up, you should let him eat him.
Enough, Boruto. You need it. Enough, Boruto. You need to get out of here. Remember, if you perish, it's all be for naught.
Once again, who is this fella? I think he's the guy from the previous chapter that got bit, but I don't know. I don't recognize him. He kind of looks like Jigen. Duh. Oh, bro just dipped. He left. And he's gone. So these four are just lingering around here. Interesting. You were lucky, Otsutsuki Boruto. Our self-awareness having just awakened, overflowing curiosity and thirst for knowledge are still surpassing our instinctual need to devour you. Ah, okay. So I forget what voice I gave this guy already. I know I gave... Do I give him a Bane voice? I can't do Bane from Dark Knight Rises. It'll be very painful for you. So run where... No, I will not. I will not give him that voice. So run where you will. But no matter where you go, know that you can never escape your destiny. Yeah, he will. He will. Alright, that's fine. Okay, so Boruto escaped his destiny so far. Oh, he took the cap off? Are you trying to destroy the planet? Oh, wow. He really said, are you trying to... Don't ever be that rash again. Sorry, I panicked. Uh-oh. So is that Kashin Koji? I think that's... Yep, that's Kashin Koji. Okay, so... Half right. I got the guess that he learned the toads from Kashin Koji. But... Nah. It is Sasuke. What? I'm sorry. Forget all the rest of the text. They got my mans. Oh, they got my boy. They got him. They bit him. He's infected. Sasuke, don't worry. I'll come and save you myself. I'll do what Boruto couldn't. All the claw grounds are now cooked. Dog, what? 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 They got my mans? Not my son. Not the best deuteragonist in all fiction. Is that a lie? Is that a lie? I don't think it's a lie. I think Sasuke is actually low-key. He's probably my favorite. But dog, what? What? They actually got him? They got my off screen? We better get a flashback. I swear, we better get a flashback clarifying this. What? I know he got massively nerfed. Nothing like some ice water. But what? I got my bro off screen. How you gonna off screen him, Kishimoto? I know he didn't exist in the original draft of Naruto, but dog, what? That's crazy. Well, I mean, ironically enough, in a roundabout way, Sasuke got the Rinnegan back. All the Sasuke fans who were mad he lost his Rinnegan, he got it back. Yeah, okay, don't worry. I'm just as shocked as y'all. What? Hold on. Let me read the text before I freaking geek. I'm not trying to console you, but you knew there was a high chance of this happening, and it doesn't really change anything. We still must fight. Sorry. You'll have to wait a bit longer. Sasuke. So he got a new fit that looks like Sasuke. He didn't actually steal Sasuke's fit, because Sasuke's fit is stuck in a tree. Sasuke, were you asleep? What happened? Sasuke, what happened? Did a bunch of them jump you? How did this occur? How did you get bit? Sasuke, random Konoha citizens were dodging getting bit. Sarda, your daughter was dodging getting bit. Though mainly Sarda's pretty strong. But like, Sasuke, you had a whole EMS. I know you lost your other eye. I know you had no depth perception, but Sasuke got bit. What in the world? Alright, so you couldn't tell by my intrigued discussion of the entire chapter, my intrigue for some of the characters, even some of my jokes arose. Yeah! Why did that sound so good? You usually have to like drag it against the edge. That was so. Can I replicate that? No, that was organic. I don't think I can even do that again. But yes, this chapter is in fact worthy. Golly, you boys not expecting all that. Major takeaway points from this chapter. Obviously, you know the big one at the end. We'll cover that. But back it up. Oh shoot, back it up. Just one bit more. Okay. So, big development number 1. Boruto's flying Raijin. He took Minato's technique. I'm assuming he also learned that from Kashin Koji, though. I forget if Kashin Koji had flying Raijin, but presumably Kashin Koji may have data on Minato. Makes sense. And once again, I don't think Sasuke did the technique. He may have learned it to replace, like, I'm gonna take Chikara. I have no idea how to say the technique's name. But, hey, W. I appreciate a good new technique hop. And him taking from his grandfather, very, very neat. I hope we get more of... Well, admittedly, there's not too much more to steal. He already has the Rasengan and the flying Raijin. It's kind of like... That's like his family's entire thing. But I hope he gets some like stealing jutsu from Kushina. I hope he gets some more gentle fist techniques from his mama. Like, it'd be cool for him to become like the ultimate compilation of his entire family tree. That'd be very, very neat. So, that's neat. Takeaway number 1. Takeaway number 2. Code is stupid and awaken sentience in the divine trees. And the divine trees are actually really, really strong. Like, at least these ones that are based on people, like the one that's obviously based on Bug here, and the one that's clearly based off of Sasuke. Yeah, they're extremely powerful to the point where Boruto cannot low diff them, at least not in base. We don't know what the state of his karma mark is, but he doesn't think he can low diff them in base. And once 4 show up, both his frog companion and he himself realizes that, oh wait, can't do this. Obviously the big one, Sasuke's cooked. He's cooked. I mean, this kind of middle part of the chapter, it kind of doesn't tell us anything new. It kind of just tells us what we can assume would have happened in Konoha. But once again, building the tension between Sarda and Shikamaru and Kawaki is good. I agree. You want to build more and more and more of that. It's going to be obviously one of the biggest rising conflicts Sarda and Kawaki are due to Ragnus for all intents and purposes. So building their intro tension, I think it's important. I get why this is getting mentioned in the chapter, even though you could argue it's not necessarily too important since it's all stuff that can easily be inferred that they would have talked about anyway. I think it's worth it. The introduction of these 4 clones, I'll admit, the designs are just, they'll grow on me, most likely. Something about the fits just seems slightly off. Bug Tree, I don't like the puffer. I don't really like anything about Woman Tree. It's kind of just weird, I'm not gonna lie. Ishi Tree or Cheekbone Tree, I have no idea. I kind of like his drip. It's just it just looks slightly weird. It looks slightly off to me, I won't lie. I think the ripped pants don't do it for me, and like the exposed belly button, like, I don't know, it just feels a little bit weird to me. And Sasuke is kind of cool. I like it. I like how the cloak mimics his hair. And I like how he has his arm back now, if only by pure technicality. I think it's a little neat detail. And obviously Sasuke with the Rinnegan back. Sasuke with the Rinnegan is always a good looking design in my opinion. So if this is a rough clone of him, very, very nice. And Kashin Koji being confirmed to be a part of Boruto's post-time skip crew. Very, very nice. Overall, an amazing chapter, a bunch of character developments, a bunch of plot developments, a reveal where Sasuke is. And I think that's pretty much a solid update on all of our major players. The only major player who hasn't really shown their face just yet, though technically they've been with us the entire time, is Momoshiki. We know Ishiki's cooked, like he doesn't exist anymore, but we know Momoshiki at least still exists in spirit form inside of Boruto, so he's the final major player we have left to reintroduce post-time skip. So I'm assuming Chapter 5 may cover that. So overall, an amazingly W chapter. If you somehow made it all the way to the end of this video, please leave. They got my boy! They got my boy in the comment section down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that little notification bell so you do not miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do have a Patreon down below where you can support me for English, please, where you can support me for as low as $1 a month. Get things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. You can also now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get these same perks and more. Some of those perks will include live reactions for other series such as Jujutsu Kaisen, Record of Ragnarok, and MHA. Now, I want to thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is that guy with the pencil writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our $3 members, O'Connor Plays and Red Wolf 4765. I'd like to give a thank you to our $5 patrons, Winter, Victor, Sean, Midnight Gemlord, Kevin, and Demix LND. I'd like to give another thank you to our $7 member, Autumn's Morning Lazo. I'd like to give another scrumdiddlyumptious thank you to our $10 patrons, Robbie Uchiha, Joaquin, and Ida Mokami. I'd like to give another thank you to our $25 member, Alex Ice Rose. I'd like to give one final thank you to our $25 patrons, Igneel and Calvin Elder.